Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. Well, today is accuracy testing day with the Umarex AirSaber, and yeah, this should prove to be interesting. I have no idea what the sighting is on the factory sight setup, so hopefully we don't lose any arrows. But hey, if we do, I've got spares, and so we're sitting at about 10 meters away, actually 11 yards, sorry, so a little more than 10 meters. And I've got my target box set up sideways, just in case we have a windage issue. At least we can make up for that, hopefully, as long as it's not out too far. But anyways, we're going to put a few shots through it, see what kind of accuracy we get out of it. And then we'll continue on to the next video, which will be the review on this thing. So hopefully we don't have to do too much sighting in, but if we do, that's okay. So we were fairly center, but we were definitely really super low. So I'm going to actually raise the elevation up on this thing. So 4 turns, see what that gives us. Wow, the thing goes pretty quick. To the right. So it is a little to the right, and it is low still. So we need to go left with this. Or sorry, that's not to the right. Hang on. Yeah, it's left. You gotta come right. Okay. And we gotta go up a lot more. I'd say about there. So we're on center now. We just got to come up higher. I don't know how much more height we're going to get out of this windage control. And yep, we're pretty much maxed there. Okay, so that means we're going to have to put the little yellow dot on the yellow area. Okay, so we're in the red, and we're still staying centered, which is good. And we're going to aim for the blue. leave those 2 arrows there. I'm going to take one more. So we'll fire off our last arrow here. Again, we're going to aim for the blue. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go black. Much better. So let me see how well I can zoom in here. So there's our shots there. I mean, they're not bad. But as far as the sights go, I'm maxed out on elevation. And I have to actually aim the front of my sight at the black to get into the yellow. So I'm wondering if, I don't know which one we should be moving. You know what? The easiest one to move is actually the rear. So I wonder if we move the rear sight up. Let's do that. So we'll move the rear sight up a few notches and try again. Now, the other thing I want to do is change my gas bottles because I am using the dual 12-gram adapter. It actually does really well. Actually, I should be able to undo this straight at the back end. Alright, so we're going to put some fresh bottles in this thing. I know this adapter gets 9 shots at this temperature. Now, it is cold out here today again, but at least the wind isn't bad. It's cooperating, and so is the rest of the weather so far. Okay. Now we're going to start with aiming a little lower this time, just to make sure we're okay still. Take the off. See where that lands. Definitely back to hitting low. Now I had the sights set up just the way they, show it out of the box kind of thing, and the way I've seen 1 or 2 people using them. So let's aim for yellow. Dion. Into the blue. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to move our front sight back. So this will be instant for you guys. Don't go away. Alright guys, we've moved the front sight back a bit. And we shall try again. So I'll aim for the yellow. Let's see where that went. Aim for yellow, hit blue. Alright, so maybe we'll move the rear sight back where it originates from. And we're still maxed out on the rear sight elevation. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I've seen guys shooting this thing out to 20 yards and more. Mind you, they're using scopes, but either way, even at 20 yards, there are people shooting with open sights, and so there's not much of an excuse here. I mean, we are losing a bit of pressure due to the temperature, which puts us in the 200s. So there's really no excuse for this thing to be hitting so low, especially with a maxed out elevation. So that's got me a little concerned. That's like right to the very top. Yeah, it doesn't get any higher than that now. Okay, well, see what happens. Well, let's just take 3 shots, see what kind of grouping we get. Okay, our last shot ended up sticking into the bench. So I guess we're definitely low on gas again, so we're going to have to do something about that. However, even with full charge, I'm really not impressed with the sights on this thing. Okay, I'm going to get some more CO2 gas. I will be right back. Okay guys, this thing's got another chance to redeem itself with the open sights. I've moved the front sight way back, which probably, I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. So I'm going to aim for the yellow in the dead center. I'm going to fire off 3 shots in a row. See what that gave us. Now that's respect. We've just figured this gun out. Alright, I'm happy. Alright, so if you can see how my sights are set up, my rear sight is just a notch forward from so-called factory setups. Anyways, the front sight is back quite a piece. I'll tell you how many open slots we have in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 12 open slots from the front of the sight. That is getting us in the middle, aiming for the middle, getting the middle, right? We have a little bit of wind out here. That's okay, no big deal. And our elevation is definitely right to the max. So I think if I move the front sight back a little further, I'll be able to push this down a little bit to get more range out of it. So how you see these guns set up on the pictures, right? They have this all the way at the back, they have this all the way at the front. Obviously we found out that is wrong, like dead wrong. So we're gonna have to definitely do some sighting, playing around. So take this as a little bit of a piece of advice if you're shooting at 12 yards where I'm sitting at right now. Okay, your elevation is completely maxed. So max it out till it pops, and then just put the screw in about 3 turns. Okay, and have this set here. We're getting centers. Putting this little fiber optic dewey right in the middle of that yellow. Okay, which it's going to be looking pretty small from the distance, right? Put it in there. We've got a bullseye. We've got a dead-on bullseye and a couple around it. That is really good. Okay, so I'm happy with that. That is very good. However, this thing is going to get a scope because I think a scope is going to do this thing a lot more justice. We'll revisit that another time. But we did get our accuracy video done. Even with where we started with it grouping very low, it was still grouping. Yeah, not too bad once we got the windage set. So now our windage is definitely set on this particular gun. You know, everybody's is different. I had to move a little over to the right, you know. And we have our elevation figured out for this kind of yardage. If I want to get more yardage out of this thing with the open sights, I'm going to have to move the front sight back further, or I'll have to move the rear sight forward more. So as a quick experiment, let's actually try moving that around. So I'm going to have to go grab my arrows. So I'll shut the camera off just to save a little bit of time for you guys, but I'll zoom in first. Okay, so this is instant for you guys. Alright, so I've moved the rear sight forward a few rounds. So I'm going to try just aiming just below the yellow to see where it lands first. Yeah, it looks like we're in the red. Red looks pretty good there, so we know what we got to do. So a little bit more tweaking, guys, and we'll have some more fun with this. Should get some warmer days, and we'll have another video for you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the review.